Hello, I'm Pastor A.A. Todd of the Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church of Dallas, and I've come today with just a short Bible study to give you words of encouragement on this journey, this Christian journey that we call life. And the topic that I want to deal with today is, why do we complain? If you get an opportunity to read the 11th chapter of Numbers, please do so. But we're going to concentrate on one verse out of the 11th chapter, and that's verse number 11. And Moses said to the Lord, "Why are you treating me, your servant, so miserably? What did I do to deserve the burden of the people like this?" There are so many reasons as to why people complain. When you look at social media, you find groups of people coming together with a common interest about complaining about a particular thing. When we see others sharing our views, it gives us validation that we're correct about our complaint, that we're correct about our thought and our feelings. Have you ever heard the saying that misery loves company? Well, in fact, that's correct. Complaining about something is a way to vent. It's a way for us to release our anger. It's good sometimes to unload these thoughts and these feelings instead of keeping them locked on the inside of us. But however, complaining can become habitual, and it can even be addictive. So first thing we want to bring to the forefront is that some complaints are valid. Yes, they are. The Israelites complained, and then Moses complained. But God responded positively to Moses' complaint, and he responded negatively to the people complaining. The reason God did this is because the people complained to each other, and nothing ever happened. Nothing was ever solved. But Moses complained to God, the one that can solve all our issues and all our problems. Can I get a witness? Somebody out there listening today. Moses took his complaint to God, who can solve any problem. And many of us are good at complaining to each other. We need to learn to take our problem to the one who can do something about them. So secondly, some complaints come from focusing on unfulfilled desires. Dissatisfaction comes when our attention shifts from what we have to what we do not have. The people of Israel did not seem to notice what God was doing for them. He was setting them free. He was making them a great nation. He was giving them a new land because they were so wrapped up in what God was not doing for them. Are we grateful for what God has given us? Are we always thinking about what we would like to have? We should not allow our unfulfilled desires to cause us to forget God's gifts, His gifts that He's given us of life, the gift of food, the gift of health, work, friends, and family. And finally, sometimes complaints come from a lack of trust in God. Every morning, the Israelites, they drew back their tent doors and they began to witness a miracle. This miracle was the covering of the ground with manna, fluffy manna, food from heaven. But soon that wasn't good enough. Feeling it was their right to have more. They forgot about what God had already done. They didn't ask God to fulfill their need. Instead, they complained. They demanded more meat. And they stopped trusting God to care for themselves. I want to encourage you to continue to trust God. How? By looking back over your life and remembering the good works of God. God did not bring us this far to leave us. And that's our encouraging Bible study today. And I understand that we find so many things to complain about, but let's be proper in our complaints. Let's complain to someone who can do something about it, and that is our Heavenly Father, God Himself. So listen, thank you for joining us once again. I love you. God bless you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.